Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again, and today we have in front of us one figure I've been waiting for a long time and finally was able to get my hands on a copy from Star Wars The Black Series, from the Mandalorian, Koska Reeves. And as you can see, by now there's a lot of reviews of this figure, but if you're here because you wanted to check my review on this figure, well, first of all, thank you. And maybe you already subscribed to the channel. Otherwise, please subscribe to the channel because more stuff, it's more content, it's on its way. And yeah, I thank you in advance. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. At the end of the video, if you decide it was enjoyable or informative, just help me there by leaving a like. And as you can see, well, there we have Bo-Katan, another figure I really love, and it was one of my very first reviews on this channel, at all. Yeah, and sometime afterwards, well, after we have Koska Reeves now, which of course we already know it shares the body, but the helmet, it's a different character, there's different color scheme, of course a different head sculpt, which we cannot see inside in the packaging. It looks great, but you don't know how the face, if it's all right. I hope it will be well printed and all of that. There you can read, Koska Reeves, a master of hand-to-hand combat. Koska Reeves is loyal to Bo-Katan and is a member of a band of Clan Kreese Mandalorians striking back at the Imperial Remnant. And yeah, well, I read that for you. Of course, you can see the amazing artwork, which surely goes somewhere in the continuity of the artworks of this line. But that said, let's just make a little cut here and take her out of the package. There we have Koska Reeves. It's feeling good. The joints don't feel, what they call this mold degradation. I'm not feeling any of that. Actually, she feels more, that's gonna sound weird, tight than my Bo-Katan on the arm department, the shoulders, I think, at least the same resistance, how do you call it? It doesn't feel too loose, also not too stiff. The elbows feel good. It feels good. It all feels good. The vertical hinges here. If you're interested in watching the Bo-Katan review, it's in the channel, in the Black Series playlist. I was gonna say the Black Series department. She comes with, if I'm right, exact the same amount and kind of accessories that Bo-Katan comes with. Now we're here for the big moment. It's stiff, man. Let's see. There it is. And there you have her. Looking a bit shiny. The face looks good. It's a bit... yeah, I must say in this one, well, at this moment, I have to get used, because I think she looked a bit better in the promo pictures, maybe. What I like is, look at that amount of tilt and all of that. Wow, that's great. Let's see. Here we have Bo-Katan again. Wow, she also had that. But I think because of the shape, the lower jaw, this one has a much softer line. Bo-Katan has a more pronounced line. If the actress is Kari, I don't know, I think she's something Banks and Kari Sakhoff. I didn't do my homework. I'm sorry about that. I didn't go and check the names and all of that. But the thing is, like, this one has such a freedom of movement on the head. Look at that. And actually, I have a second copy of her coming through Amazon somewhere in January, because I was like, maybe I mean, we have Bo-Katan, which has this very unique helmet, and everybody knows it's her when you see that helmet. And Koska Reeves has a more, like, I don't know the word, generalized, like, I forgot the word, like, yeah, like, she doesn't have like such a distinct helmet, unless it's the only one looking like this, but I think she has a more like generic, that's the word, one. Even if it looks great, I mean, now, this is a thing. Let's put Koska there for a moment. Let's remove Bo-Katan's helmet again. This is a thing. Like, the people were saying, or I think like some people, I don't know if the design is like this in the series, like Koska Reeves' helmet has a more pronounced line going down. Bo-Katan is a bit more ball shaped, and this one is a bit, I can see it being a bit, maybe even slimmer. At least it gives me that effect, that sensation. I think Bo-Katan helmet is a bit, it might be a bit thicker, and this one also has the thing that it goes a bit lower with that front of the helmet. The lower front goes a bit lower, as you can see there, maybe, yeah. Anyway, but I like both. I mean, I'm not like, oh, Bo-Katan's helmet looks weird. I was loving this figure. The moment it arrived, I was like, wow. It became like, maybe, I don't know if until this moment, but it was like my favorite figure at that moment. I was like, wow. And this is also amazing, you know. It's like the same, but a bit different. And look at that. Just look at that. You can, I mean, she has even more expression that you will actually need. Like what? Yeah, like an owl, you know? I think Bo-Katan cannot do that. Oh yeah. But she can, I mean, Koska Reeves has a bit more of that. Anyway, let's go to now focus on Koska. Let's remove the helmet for a moment. The face. Now I'm kind of getting used now. I mean, the thing is, you see her like this on the packaging, and boom, and then you see, yeah, something maybe unexpected. I don't know. I mean, like, I was like, but now I'm starting to, yeah. Now, I mean, it looked a bit different, like, than in the promo pics. Maybe it's a bit of the shine it has, you know, this thing that the Black Series figures sometimes have. But it's not that extreme. Also, remember, I have the ring light on and all of that. So you saw already the head can go all the way, well, that much downwards, that much upwards. The super tilt, I mean, maybe the best tilt I've seen in a good while. And let's see how it looks with the helmet. She can look up that much, she can look down that much. And with the helmet, if you help yourself a bit with the perspective, I mean, if you're doing photos and that, you can even do something like this, but if you're looking from the front, you won't see what's happening there, you know? So you can give her a bit more of range. The helmet, of course, has the viewfinder, just like Bo-Katan's coming down. The arms can go, oh, well, it's, yeah, because of the shoulder pad, it can go only that much upwards. This arm comes a bit higher, I think. Kind of is, let's say it's the same, but for me, this it seems like this one comes a bit higher. She has like you can see there, I don't know if you can see it, I can see it, like she has like the construction inside of the armor. It looks like if she would have some butterfly joint, but yeah, I'm not being able to properly, I don't know if that's already the joint or if I'm just flexing the plastic, you know. In any case, of course, the armor plate and all is like an overlay of softer plastic on top of the actual upper body. The arms can go, of course, all the way around. You have a single jointed elbow, but she has over 90 degrees of bend there. I mean, yeah, over 90, slightly. The wrists can go all the way around, and they have both sides the vertical swivel, which gets a bit obstructed by the fist plate and the bracelets. So you have it, but you cannot use much of it. I mean, of course, I still have to, maybe I have to hit those hands, but it can move, but it's not stuck. But I don't know if maybe it needs a bit help of some hot water. Now you can turn the torso all the way around. I did it, didn't break, didn't feel like I was forcing it. You have only that much bend to the front. That's a bit of a downside for this and Bo-Katan's figure. Like, they cannot really bend that much, but I mean, you have the excuse that it has actual armor plates which wouldn't bend because they're made of vibranium. Yeah, no, what was the name? Beskar. Yeah, I mean, if they all, let's assume they all have Beskar and it's not just like upgraded guys, or not guys, but people. I don't know, maybe not every Mandalorian has access to Beskar, or maybe you have to earn it, or maybe everybody has Beskar in Mandalore. That's something I just don't know. The knees can go bend a bit over 90 backwards. You of course have the legs. Let's go in order. You can kick that much to the front, like 90 degrees. You can, without moving anything, you can go that much. As you can see, this plate, instead of just it goes inside of the, I mean, that wouldn't happen like that, but it's just to allow more movement. And she has a decent split. I mean, we're not talking about Spider-Man, but it's better than some Spider-Man figures, I think. Not the recent one, the retro, the new mold, but yeah, everything before. You have the thigh cut. Again, you have the knee going that much upwards, then backwards. The feet can go like one click to the front, just a little bit, but of course it gets stopped by the sculpt there. It does stop there. You cannot go on top of that. You have only a little bit to the back, because then you have the whole boot sculpt. This strap, gets on the way, and you have a decent ankle rocker. Not the best around, but it will do its work, So that's the articulation for the figure. I'm super happy with this. And of course you have the same jetpack than Bo-Katan, just this one is not painted in that silvery gunmetal. This is just sculpted in gunmetal plastic with the darker blue details, the same that the Bo-Katan has, but a bit less because it doesn't have the tip of the rocket, but it has in different places. So this one has more paint, but yeah, so to make them a bit distinct, I would say. So that's one thing. Come on, man. They didn't talk anything about the sculpt of the hair and all the braids and that little ponytail going backwards, just a little one. It's good because that way it doesn't get that much on the way, and it's easy to flex because it's not that thick. The little burns, I don't know how they call these things, to the sides, and the sculpt is, the hair is a different plastic piece, and just the braids going through her forehead are part of the face sculpt. The helmet again. Oh, before we put the helmet, the guns, again are the same. I think it's the very same ones that Bo-Katan comes with, in the same plastic and the same brown detail, in the same, well, maybe a darker, I think it's the same. I don't know if it's a bit darker brown for these ones, but I think it's the same tone or saturation or whatever it's called. So we'll give her this one here because we have the little problem, and I don't know why they did it. Well, design things, you know, like she comes with one holster for two guns. It would be cool if one holster would be here, like the Cobra troopers we have been seeing in the classified lines, the infantry or the trooper. Or it'd just be cool. I mean, that she came with two holsters, but they don't have to come in the same way. I mean, the same placement than Bo-Katan's. Then we give her her helmet, and then we have just another Mandalorian warrior here, a female one, which is great to have. So first of all, I just wanted to bring two male Mandalorian loyalists looking great. I mean, that's a team, yeah? I still have one unopened which I'm selling, but maybe I'll keep him. I don't know, like the royal family of the royal family is funny because, I mean, she would be kind of that, and these guys would be more like how to say, bounty hunter scum, you know. But these guys who got all of these started, Boba Fett, and I'm all excited. In a couple of days we'll have the Book of Boba Fett beginning, you know, the series. And Jango Fett, of course, some other Mandalorians from the Mandalorian series. These ones are two which don't have any interaction, at least so far, haven't had any interaction with Koska or Bo-Katan, but they are Mandalorians. So even if they're the fanatics or whatever you want to say, they are Mandalorians. And at least in the aesthetic department, looking good, almost complete. The team who raids that ship at the finale of season 2, yeah, Cara Dune and Din Djarin, put them together because they love each other, yeah. And a couple of stormtroopers, because Koska Reeves loves stormtroopers. There you have these people looking good. And there you have like a family group photo with all the members. Almost. I just haven't opened any Grogu figure. I have the figure arts there and the Black Series one, of course, even the vintage collection and the retro one, and I haven't opened any Grogu. Can that be? I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and comment. I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.